So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you tame up the brand new Shastasaurus, which was just added to the game, and it's currently an exclusive creature to the center. We all voted for this many months ago now, and I'm super happy that it's finally in the game. But yeah, how do you tame it? So first, let's just go over what you're going to need to tame this thing. There's 3 things that are essential. Number 1, you will need a sickle. Number 2, you will need an ichthyosaur. Level does not matter, but I would probably try to get a higher level so it doesn't potentially die. And then number 3, you will need some sort of food, preferably the top tier of kibble, which is probably what it eats. I'm not entirely sure of exactly what it eats right now, but it can't hurt to just have the best one. Some other optional things, but it's going to make your life easier, is some scuba gear, because, you know, you can't go wrong with infinite oxygen for a certain period of time. You could also use Lazarus Chowder to extend your oxygen as well. And then also, you know what? It can't also hurt to just bring just some weapons as well that you can use underwater in case sharks come after you, because that could easily happen. So, first of all, how do you find them? And I'm going to show you real quick. So I have actually been finding quite a few of them pretty much south of the Blue Ob Island, so right around where I am right now. The waters are quite deep here, and if you're flying above here on your RG, you should actually be able to see them through the water during the daytime. You should be able to see their shadows. Unfortunately, right now, I'm not actually seeing any, but give me a minute. Oh, there we go. Right there. Yeah. So, I mean, you can be pretty high up and you're still going to see their shadows. Wait, there we go. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm really high up right now. So, yeah, if you just fly over here on anything that can fly, you should be able to spot these guys from the surface. You don't even need to go into the water just yet. Okay, so to actually tame up these Shastasaurus, all you're going to need to do is just swim up to it on your ichthy, and then you're going to have to get it to follow you kind of closer to the surface. Usually they end up kind of coming up every so often, and they sometimes even jump out of the water, which is really cool. But it doesn't seem to actually trigger this little mini game when it's further down, so you got to wait for it to be closer. I think it's probably going to be coming up here any second now. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Here we go. Come on. And you should see this thing pop up any second now. There we go. Cool. So now we just got to leave our ichthy talking to the Shastasaur. And then what we got to do is we got to go around and scrape off all these leeches. So it's usually got around 3 of them on it. And all you got to do is just swing it once. And then the leech will go away. And then you just got to get all 3 of those leeches. And then we should be able to feed it. There we go. So now it says that it can be fed. And if you see, it says that you got to go closer to its mouth. And then all you got to do is just drop in a piece of kibble. Boom. And this is only a low level, so, you know, it's already tamed up by 50%. So we just got to do this all over again. Give it a couple minutes. And, yeah, then we should be good to go to actually get it tamed up. But I'm going to actually wait here for that to happen. In the meantime, you know, just watch out for creatures around the area. Like, you know, you can never really be too careful in the ocean, especially with all the megalodons. And now there's the Factinus as well. So, yeah, just be a little bit cautious. There we go. So that is our second round, and this should be the final round as well. Here we go. Let's just try and avoid that manta back there. I saw it. And one more, I think. I think that I get them all. Yes, we did. And now we just gotta run, or swim, rather, right up to its face and drop in a little piece of food. It's just patiently waiting. There we go. Cool. So there we go. That is how you tame up the Shastasaurus. Obviously, a higher level is going to take more feeds, but the main thing is making sure that it gets closer to the surface, because like I said, the minigame does not trigger if it is lower down in the water. But yeah, so now that we have this thing all tamed up, let's take a little look at the saddle. So first of all, its saddle is not a Techrum, but it does look like it's made out of tech, but it's technically not. But you also do have to build it in the tech replicator. So it is an unlock at level 100 for 70 engram points, and it costs 200 cementing paste, 150 electronic, 250 silica pearls, 350 crystal, and then 1500 metal ingots. So a fairly expensive saddle, but at the stage where you're at down here, you know, it's not... I mean, compared to this one, it's not that expensive, but yeah, you know, you should definitely have all those materials by the time that you're a level 100 character. Now, you also do need to have the tech replicator unlocked, so you're going to need to at least do the gamma bosses or whatever on whatever map you really want to, just to have that unlocked so you can actually craft it. but for the sake of the video, let me just go ahead and get one. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna put on our Shastasaurus saddle. It's currently only got 25 armor, so not insane considering that cost. You think we maybe would get something a little bit better, but yeah, there it is. It's maybe also available in drops. Have not confirmed that just yet, but we've pretty much seen recently with the brand new creatures, they seem to be just putting their saddles directly into the drop. So I would not be surprised if you'd be able to find a better version of this out of a drop. But there we go. That is the submarine, which is very different from what we thought we would be getting. We thought that it would be on top of the creature. They've actually decided to put it down below the creature. And in all honesty, I feel like it would be really cool if we could just unclip the submarine and then just, you know, use the Shastasaurus without it, but also still have the saddle, because you're not actually able to mount this thing without that saddle. So yeah, I don't know, it would be kind of cool if we could. But yeah, either way, this submarine is really cool. So first of all, you can just mount the creature, but let's go in the fancy way, which is right here. We got a little porthole. Boom, now we're inside. It's essentially just tech. I mean, it definitely is. And yeah, here is the inside. Let me take off my scuba so we don't have to listen to that and deal with the slow movement speed. But here we go, like a decent amount of space in here to actually just store your creatures or whatever. And yeah, here's like the control panel. So let's just hop on and kind of go through some of the abilities. So first of all, it's got a lot. It's got a huge amount of things that it can actually do. So we got like a little guide over here on the right side of the screen. So let's just kind of like roll through some of these abilities. So first of all, here is the sonar, which let me try and get it a little bit closer to some creatures first. Let's drop that. So right click to activate the sonar, and it's going to highlight everything around the area. And then we can actually also go ahead and hold down control and hit right click to switch between all these other abilities. So we got flashbang, which basically sends out like a I guess a stun right in front of you. So here we go. I'm just gonna, there we go. I don't exactly have the ability to show you what that actually does. There we go, surface swimming, nice. So yeah, I can't exactly show you everything from the perspective of being attacked by it, but that is the flashbang. I would assume that it probably just stuns things or maybe blinds them. We've also got the pulse, which you're gonna have to wait just 1 second to actually try out. Let me just get all the way over here. And also, you may notice that we've actually got some pretty decent views from inside of here. I mean, like, we can actually see the terrain down there, and I haven't messed around with any commands to be able to see through the water, which you definitely could also do. But yeah, I mean, like, we can actually kind of make out what I'm looking at here. So there's like a big rock down there, whereas if I was to actually leave the submarine, you can't see anything. So great visibility when you're actually inside of this guy. Let's just hop back inside because it's a little bit spooky down there. So let me see. Can I show you the pulse with something? Oh yeah, looks like we got some potential victims over here. So let us quickly just get right over here and then drop this pulse. Boom. All right, watch this. Boom. Okay, it didn't seem to actually hurt any of them. It didn't push them back, but normally that would actually push them back. I don't know what the hell happened just there. That was very strange. Also, by the way, it does have like a normal left click bite attack, which is, you know, pretty standard for pretty much every single creature in the game. It looks like it also splashes its tail down as well if you kind of face your camera backwards. But if we face it forwards, we should get that bite. What about to the side? Anything different? Doesn't seem to be. So let's switch to another ability. We've also got the torpedoes, and for that, you're going to need some rockets. So what you got to do now is just, you can hold down right click and then left click to shoot. And it's, yeah, I mean, like they're torpedoes. They explode. It's pretty cool. Could be pretty useful for raiding underwater bases, in all honesty. Maybe also fighting some creatures as well. I don't know how easy it would be to fight some fast-moving creatures like this manta, but, yeah, definitely a lot of lead on that one is needed, but still pretty cool. I mean, fast reloading on them as well, and they seem to shoot from like different directions, so it's got lots of like little torpedo pods where they can actually shoot out of. I say that, and then it shoots out of the exact same one 3 times, so I'm guessing it's depending on where your camera's actually pointing. Yeah, it seems to be if I'm like pointing on the left, it will shoot from the left side. If I'm pointing on the right, it will shoot from the right side. What about backwards? yeah, it shoots from back there as well. Cool. Okay, so then the last thing is the periscope, and let's check that out. So here it is. It's essentially a super spyglass, because if we look at something, it's going to tell us everything about that creature, just like if you're using the tech binoculars, which can also do that. But yeah, this is something that you don't have to defeat the Alpha Overseer to get in vanilla ARK now. Obviously, super spyglass mods exist, but, you know, in vanilla you can do this now, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's really, really handy. I mean, like, obviously this is not going to be the most useful thing if it's something on the land, because I mean you're gonna have to have it like close to the coast or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, it's still pretty cool. So yeah, that is the periscope. We can also actually make it go up and down by hitting left click. We essentially switch it into the kind of like height version of it. You can actually also look back on yourself as well. And then you can zoom in from here as well. Pretty cool. I like this a lot, actually. So yeah, that's pretty much everything when it comes down to the abilities of the Shastasaur. What else can it do? Well, it can store dinos in here. Let me really quickly just get a Rex. So there you go. I mean, you can fit a Rex inside of here. That's kind of incredible. It's kind of ridiculous as well. Like, the fact that you can actually fit a creature this large inside of here just shows the scale of this guy. Let me actually just zoom out and show you, because it's kind of hard to tell while we're doing this video, but it's a massive creature. It's gigantic. It's ridiculously big. I mean, Rex for scale right there. You know, you could definitely fit many Rexes inside of this mouth right here. But yeah, that's the Shastasaur. And then of course you can also build down here as well. So, you know, we could have a tech replicator in the ocean. If I didn't place it inside of myself, we could totally actually use that. But yeah, it's oh hello, what the hell are you doing, bro? Yeah, so it's really cool. I cannot wait to get one of these in survival mode. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, guys, that is the Shastasaur. If you have enjoyed this one, go ahead, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you've discovered other things that this creature can in fact do, please let me know down below. And yeah, stay tuned for another taming video. We're gonna do one on the Pyromane really soon. But yeah, that's it, and I'll catch you in the next one.